Hey there, guys. It is I, NibletK. Hey there, guys. Okay, sound is working. Perfect. Today we're actually starting ahead of time, which is a new one for me, considering the fact that I woke up with the most horrible headaches. Let me just configure my autofocus out of here. That's a thing I always gotta remember. No c'est possible. Oop, nope, that's not what we want. I mean, theoretically it's not that bad, but we got a better layout. We got a better layout for what's gonna come. We're gonna continue our journey in Thronebreaker. We're hopefully gonna finish, if not the entire act, most of the act. And I'm guessing there's
come on. Get them shackles
at least
off
one
him.
or two more acts
So
after this
can't
one.
eat proper.
Dunno, not sure I like that. What have you...
So we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to play through it, which is cool. I mean, I like that. So let's see things I want to talk about. One, having a headache early in the morning sucks balls. Okay, it sucks so bad. It's starting to fade away right now, but I mean, it literally woke me up before my alarm went off. So it woke me up in the most unpleasant of manners, you know? I had spikes of pain just like all over my head. The back of my head was like constantly squeezing my brain from inside. So that's not like the coolest thing to wake up to. Okay, so let's see what do we have here. Okay, I guess we could kind of go about this entire region over here. So let's do that. So yeah, I woke up immediately took some medicine because I couldn't stand it, okay? And I took a little bit of time and just went and ate something. Funny enough, battle time. Funny enough, last year, late last year, something like that, we got ourselves a Thermomix, which is like this all-out, really ingenious cooking robot, whatever. And we're now making our own bread. Let's see. One of those is good to have. Black Rayla is good to have. It's a shortened battle, so that's pretty okay. I mean, damage. All damaged enemies by 4, then damage all enemies by 2. This seems pretty good. Let's get rid of that. We do have one fire starter. She could potentially give us another one. Sure. I mean, I guess. Okay, now we got really diverse. The only thing I don't have is the guy that buffs things up for me. But we do have a chance of
You
getting
mad?
him.
Don't shake that!
Fire starter. That.
As you
Come
command.
on, there you go. Good. So. Summon a copy of this unit from your deck. I think we're just gonna put the Mahakam Ale down. We're gonna end our turn.
Baru?
Damage an enemy by the number of allied units. Okay. Boost self by number of units in your opponent's hand after 3 turns. On turn start, repeat the deploy ability. Okay, so now we can actually place this here, that goes there, then we shoot that guy back. Place that thing there.
John.
Okay, we got our buff situation down on the floor. Now we need to start applying fire. Let's apply
This could hurt.
fire over there. As long as he's not killing that, I'm fine with that. Deal 5 damage to the fire roll. That
Got a death wish?
seems pretty good right now. Next turn I can play. Wait, is this a standard battle? It is a standard battle. I thought it was a shortened battle. Well, I won the first round. Pitfall, pitfall. That's good. What are we gonna do?
Aye.
Let's play that. We're gonna play
Should've listened to me, old lady.
that.
Go on, Enkazer!
And well, I have so many of these foot. I'm just gonna pass.
Off to the front yet again.
We're gonna try to take it down in the next round.
Decently. That is what you folk lack.
Okay, let's start applying pressure, right? Let's put that there. Okay.
parts of target.
In retreat!
He has a lot of armor.
Watch your heads!
I always like the fire there because I can push them back into the fire.
Get off, Fiend!
Okay. Let's start doing some damages.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
That. Good. Starting to get somewhere. I'm just gonna put spikes over there as well.
Scheiß in Time!
Now we can pluck Black Rayla.
I'll fight to my last breath.
Off to the front yet again.
Sure, he's gaining a lot of things right now. I'm gonna push those up. Utilize that. Can utilize this. That was a huge turn. Hey there, Riviette. How's it going? Welcome. Time to hit these. Yeah, today's going better. I mean, better gameplay wise. Wow, he's still in front. Woohoo! That's a lot of damage. Good. Come on. Darkest nights, darkest dreams, Chica split with bloody streams. Beneath the depths our mistress waits, drunk on terror. Her appetite states. Strength she saps, muddies the head, lures you in. Kind words she said, Then swamp you entered to find your end and rejoice, for now you've yet time to spend. Interesting poem. Yeah, we got a bulletin board. Might as well see some things. Okay, we got a puzzle, point of interest, and another point of interest. Interesting. Also some marshlands around here. Yeah, we're gonna go to the tree first. Ooh. I don't need the gold.
Entering the swamps entering the swamps easy. Trouble's getting out. Entering the swamp.
Okay, I got it. I'll just take your lumber. Let's see. What are we facing here? What the fuck?
In the distance, Meave spotted a spindle-like shape, which soon proved an enormous, dark obelisk. It stood in the middle of a wetland clearing. Dozens of iron rings dangled from its shaft, clinking and rattling in gusts of wind.
The fuck are they
Cows,
doing?
donkeys, and dogs were gathered round the stone, all tied to the rings by ropes. Their hides showed many shallow cuts, seeping blood, festering, drawing mosquitoes in swarms. A number of the animals struggled against their cords, while others, near dead, lay still in the wet, tall grass. Across the clearing, folk emerged from the woods, a handful of peasants with a mule in tow. The beast resisted, stomped and planted its hooves, perhaps sensing its gruesome fate. The queen decided to question the peasants, and soon learned the animals were their sacrifice to the swamp gods.
They're all about, dearie. Very close. Oh, very, very close.
The toothless old woman whispered.
They hide neath murky waters. Can't feed when they hear the drip, drip of blood. The gods look kindly on those what make an offering.
What the fuck do we do here? Now this is an interesting thing. I kind of want to stop the blood ritual. Oh my god. I want to see that many animals die.
I know nothing of your gods,
Began the queen, her nose crinkled in disgust.
but any that demand such grisly tribute are not at all worthy of reverence. What you do to these creatures is savagery. Savagery I can't allow.
Run us off, you can.
Replied the old shrew.
But soon as you're gone, we'll come back. As ever, we'll come back.
This I know. So I must take care to leave you naught to come back to.
Over the peasants' howls and pleas, Meave ordered the obelisk brought down. Her soldiers gripped the ropes that hung from it and toppled the shaft. As it hit the ground, it shattered into many small pieces.
You say you know naught of our gods?
The old woman's eyes narrowed, her voice grew darker still.
Well, don't you worry your head, sweetie. You'll meet him soon enough. They'll tangle you apart. Sow a pox among you, drive it to madness. Every last one. I curse you, all of you, in Gerdakora's name.
Undisturbed by the Harridan's screamed threats, Meave rode on. But her men whispered long of the curse. It weighed on their minds, poisoned their hearts. Each misstep, misfortune, they saw as punishment for their sacrilege.
Interesting. Hey. Suits you right. got something to say?
Made a swamp turn red with your blood! Hail in Gvern Eater!
Did you just...
Made a...
Okay. I'm not at all amused by that. There's a pathway over there. Uh-huh. Where are they now? Interesting.
Your Majesty? Are you well?
Yes. Yes, but the stench.
For a moment there. Puzzle time. Okay, let's see. Eliminate the him without any allies being killed. Should be interesting. Let's see what we have. So, every turn on turn start, play a copy of the last card the opponent played. This unit will always target Neve's leftmost unit. Boost this unit by 5. We don't have... okay. Damage the highest unit on the battlefield by up to 15, then boost the lowest unit by the amount damaged. Boost the lowest ally. Okay, let's start. Okay, that's something. No! Mistakes have been made. Nope, that ain't it. That's not right. Okay, now. Holy shit. So that's weird. Weird. This is a tough bug. Neves left mouse button. 15. How the shit? Okay, so we gotta do this first. So gonna kill that. Gotta do this first. Let's see. I need one here. I think we're gonna hit that thing, right? For 8. So that's... I need 1 point of damage here, so that thing goes lower. How many charges do I still have? It's at 18, right? No! I did nothing with that. Wrong order. Let me do the my lord. Start doing our damage. So 1 here, the rest down to 17, and the rest over here. Hopefully this works. Thing is still higher on the food chain. So that means we need to try to damage this guy as much as we can. So we start off with the Becker's Mirror. And we do them a lot again. Then on our damage, hit once over there, and utilize the rest over here. He's gonna bring that down pretty. This, that goes down to 8, and my guide goes down to 9. Still not right. Let's try this again. This thing has to happen first. This thing surely has to happen second. if I try this? Oh, now I just need to do this. So he's gonna do the same thing to this guy, and then these both are lower than him. Ah, finally! This thing does 15 to that. Whew, okay, was a little bit hard on dispensing the damages. Ooh, Divine Runestone. What are we gonna find here? Oh, a map. Bridge, encampment. Could be there. However, I don't think so. I think it's over here. Over here is where the place might be. Yeah. Well, actually, it's either here or here. It looked like a smaller bridge, so I do believe it's there. Well, let's keep on scouting a little bit around here. Kerwin's Fort.
In Angren, all decomposes, be it dead or very much alive. Rot blights trees, seeping sores torment beasts, and the whole swamp emits the acrid, stifling stench of decay. So when, in the swamp's distant corner, the Lyrians caught whiffs of smoke and roasted meat, they stopped dead in their tracks.
Oh.
The scouts followed their noses to a clearing framed by a palisade. Through the gaps in the posts, they spotted a small fort.
Any banners upon it? Whose do you see?
Asked the queen.
There aren't none, your grace. Not one golden sun, not one silver lily.
So what do we do?
Meve gave the gate a few solid knocks with her shield. Moments later, a dozen armed men appeared atop the rampart. The one who led them wore a beard.
So do I.
Who are you? Why are you here?
Hey there, Gervin.
I'm Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia. At war with Nilfgaard, I ventured into these swamps.
Is there a war on? Hey, that's news. Certainly, but little concern to me. The name's Gimpy Gerwin and I rule these lands.
Is that so? As conferred upon you by whom?
By me! Angren's a good bit larger than folk think. And no dukes or emperor's fingers stand to reach its every corner. Thus I just up and took this particular nook. Made it mine.
Made it mine.
So let's parley, Meve. One ruler to another. At the risk of being blunt, I don't care who wins this war. But I want to be in good standing with whoever does. So, I offer you a fire at which to warm your limbs. Also, a place at my table and beds for you to rest. On condition, you pledge to me one very small thing. to respect the sacred laws of hospitality.
Respect the sacred laws of hospitality.
So be it. I do solemnly swear before the gods and my ancestors that we shall honor all the laws of hospitality.
Then you're most welcome inside.
The fort was simple, built of logs, covered with thatch. Oh, but inside, it was warm, dry. Hot, steaming dishes were piled upon platters, the tables beneath them bent from their weight. Smiles appeared on her soldiers' drained faces, and Meave's spirits were lifted at last.
Yeah.
Gerwin proved a cordial host, and eagerly shared both food and tales.
And
He'd led a mercenary
where's the
band,
catch?
and they'd stumbled into Angren, discovered a land unclaimed by any feudal lord. He'd erected the fort, then united the surrounding villages under his very own rule.
The folk here are savage, defiant.
He said, sipping wine.
I keep them on a tight lead for their own good. Elsewise they'd slit your throat first chance they got.
Late that night, Meave went to see if her mare had been dressed. In the stable, she happened on a farmhand. Recognizing the queen, the man fell to his knees and averted his eyes. Meave noticed a strange object dangling from a rope around his neck. A human hand, half rotted to the bone.
What? What is that?
Me wife's hand, your grace.
Stammered the peasant.
What?
Lord Gerwin caught her sneaking some grub. Scraps, really. Took her and told me to wear it, so I'd remember what happens when...
Oh.
Meave left the stable without uttering another word. She went straight to the servants' barracks. In the pale glow of her torch, she looked over the peasants, all terrified, all with fresh, bleeding wounds. The queen felt rage rise inside her. The queen reached for her sword, but she'd
Made
taken
an
an
oath.
so her hand paused on the hilt. Gerwin was cruel, deserved to be punished. But Meave would not do the deed. The queen blew her horn, woke her men from sweet slumber. She ordered them to assemble. They would march out at once. Gerwin rushed out, confused, to ask what had happened. Meave gave no answer, save to spit at his boots.
So we could have fought and possibly killed everything. However, I don't think that would be the right choice. Okay, now that that has passed, we should be going here. I'll just go up here just in case, you know. Oh, come on. Stupid swamp. It is here. God damn it. Count Caldwell. Oh my lord. The freaking rat. That freaking rat. This is the way we puzzle our way. This is a puzzle that if you don't succeed in, you can't progress. Destroy all enemy units, use your leader's ability. I like destroying, bring it on. Holy shit. Zeal. charge, damage an enemy, and all enemies with the same power by 1. Boost an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor, then trigger all allies' loyal abilities. So loyal is in charge. Damage a unit by 4 if it was destroyed, repeat this ability. Okay. Reduce move cooldown to 0. So we effectively need to do this. Everything should take like that. Yep. And now we do this. Doesn't matter which one we do.
Don't you worry yourself to death. We'll get
Keep destroying. I can hit this thing, whatever. It wasn't that hard. I mean, to be fair, puzzles before that were harder. This one was fairly simple. Let's take a look at what that card is. Spawn 3 copies of a Death Wish unit on the battlefield and destroy them. And reduce meat's cooldown to 0. That's actually a nice one. Well, we got... we have our things. Back to 2000. Let's do that. Slowly getting there. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, that. Good. Oh, take it slow. Take it easy. Okay, now we're traversing the land. We're gonna come and let's see. So that's a dead end. It's probably just a thing that we can go. So up until here, we need to go through all of these places. Fine. Shouldn't be that hard to do.
Meve stood waiting while her scouts cut through the tangled branches and roots that had overgrown the trail through the swamp. Suddenly, a soldier doubled over and began to retch blood. The same symptoms soon afflicted others in her ranks.
A potent poison,
was the medic's verdict. It seemed all those who'd fallen ill had shared a tent. One night, they'd chattered about an obelisk they'd destroyed and the group of incensed peasants who'd cursed them for it. Fearing for their lives, the footman had gone to a local herbalist. She'd brewed them a potion to ward off black magic. Alas, the concoction had proved poisonous, while the herbalist had vanished without a trace.
Idiots.
The soldiers succumbed to the poison. Their agony was profound. Meave sought a rational explanation, claiming simple human depravity, not some mysterious, malevolent force, was behind the deaths. Alas, her words fell on deaf ears. The Lyrians were convinced a curse had killed their comrades, and grew yet more fearful of the ghastly dangers the next day could bring.
Oh my god, you stupid ass gullible twats.
Meave rode at the front, her eyes fixed on the ground, and thus spotted the pit masked by leaves and branches. She tugged hard on her reins and steered her mount to the side. Alas, the cavalryman behind her did not follow her lead. Leaves rustled, boughs snapped, and the horseman crashed to the pit's bottom, snapping his neck. Moments later, it was clear who'd set the trap, when the forest came alive and a cry rang out.
Cool. I'm seeing it this time. Seeing it. Okay, shortened battle. All in. Oh. That might prove useful. That's not useful. We got fire starter. We got the Mahakanayon. We got okay, and that. Ooh, yeah.
It's a trap! Rally to me!
There's the highest power enemy unit by 5. If its power is an even number. I mean,
Naturally. At once.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your seats?
whoa. Motherfuckers.
Catch!
Order!
All those things are annoying.
I smell a leak.
Holy shit!
Life is mine now.
What? Force an enemy to damage disgraced warrior by his power, then damage enemy by disgraced warrior's power. Force an enemy to damage Therefore, sentinel other skill get allies and back on the battlefield by 2. What does... Where's the damage? Awkward.
Favorite cut of lamb. Shank.
Wise choice. Sod it all.
He's starting to lose. Maybe I shouldn't have used. Their abilities. He wants me to use all of my abilities.
March on.
I mean, this is kind of okay.
For the Queen!
As I get more power, put everything on the back burner. It's gonna